The more I've continued to play War and Order, not only the more have I continued to learn, but the more fun I've started to have. And I've had the opportunity, thankfully, to learn from some very knowledgeable, helpful players. They've taught me a whole lot about the game. And one of the things that they have taught me that I want to cover in this video is going to be your Lord and all of the things that are involved with your Lord, such as the Lord skill points. The way you allocate your Lord skill points can be very helpful for you, and it can give you a lot of benefits both in terms of your army, but in terms of resources and other things. So I really want to take a dive into this. I think it will help you guys a lot. So without further ado, let's go ahead and kick it off. All right, guys, welcome back. And before we kick it off, if you guys are interested at all in playing War and Order and want to download the game and give it a shot for yourself, the download link is going to be in the description of the video, as well as all of the official links to the War and Order social media pages. So go check those out, see what you think, have some fun, interact, get to know people in the community, learn about the game a little bit. And again, if you are interested at all in playing the game, you can download it directly with the links in the description. And of course, thank you to the team at War and Order for sponsoring today's video. Now let's jump over into our Lord info section and let's take a look at our Lord skills and everything else involved. All right, guys, this is my Lord page. It's obviously not super impressive. I am newer, I am still learning, but this video is not going to be super long either. This is going to give you the high points and give you kind of an overview and an idea on how your Lord skills and all of that is going to work. So on your main page here, you can see my Lord info, or yours if you obviously start to play the game. Here you can see these 4 buttons. These are just going to basically essentially be just different styled characters, if you will. You can click on them, pick whatever one fits the best for you. I've just that was the first one or the default one that was there, and that's just what I've left it at, but you're welcome to change it if you want. So below those buttons, you guys can see this first bar. This is your progress bar to level up. You guys can see I am currently level 21, and I have X amount of XP I need to get to level 22. When it comes to getting XP, there's a ton of different ways to do it, truthfully, so that is good. You can do it from killing monsters, you can do it from, completing challenges, things like that. So the XP to level up is pretty readily available. And then below your XP bar is going to be your stamina bar. This is going to show you how much stamina you have remaining, and this is going to be what you use to attack monsters and things like that. And then, of course, below that, you guys can see your kind of statistic outline here, and then you've got 2 big icons here, both equipment and emblem, and we're going to take a look at both of those. So for equipment is here on this kind of home page. You guys can see I don't have a ton of equipment forged yet, but this is going to show you guys the equipment you do have, that you don't have, the level of the equipment that you do and don't have. So that is a brief overview there. And then when we click on the emblems, you guys can also see a similar layout pattern here. This is going to show you the emblems you have, the ones you don't have, and then of course you can click on them and it'll show you what boosts or buffs that you're going to get from each respective emblem. All right, now let's jump into achievements and talk about those. So your achievements are basically like a badge of honor, but they are a badge of honor that gives you guys buffs. So they are very helpful, and you guys can see that I have 4 of them. Four is the max that you can equip at any given time, and I've only actually started to make progress on 4 of them anyway, so it kind of worked out for me. But depending on, how much you play and how much you progress, you'll start to obviously make progress on these additional ones, and you can kind of pick and choose whichever achievements you want to have on for the buffs that you want. And you can actually go up here into the top right hand corner and you can preset different ones so you guys can get different buffs depending on what you're doing. Whether you're farming, gathering, whether you're fighting, whatever it is, you guys can have preset achievements and just basically click and apply them, and those buffs will get applied right away. If we click on my first achievement here, persistent, you guys can see that it's going to give me an attack boost of 3% and then damage taken reduced when defending 4%. And then when I get to that next level, it's going to go up to 4.5% and 5% respectively. And to get to that next level, I have to have my account for 90 days. I'm at 47 out of 90 so far. Same thing here. You guys can see my next achievement, Mad Scientist. This is also based on the progress I've made, and this is research progress. I am currently at Archer and Mage's HP boost and damage boost when defending, both 4%. When I get to that next level, it's going to go up to 6% and 5% respectively. So you guys get the idea on the achievements here. And last but not least, the Lord skills are something that are very beneficial, and I have learned from some other players, more experienced players, kind of about how to allocate these correctly. So make sure you guys are paying attention if you don't know this already, because this has been very, very helpful for me. So you guys are going to have two different sections that you can allocate your Lord skill points to, and that is going to be the war section and the development section. Both pretty self-explanatory. The war section is going to give you boosts or buffs for your army, your troops, things like that. You can also have increased marching speeds, recall them fast, things like that. And then in development, you guys are going to be able to figure this out pretty quick too. It's pretty self-explanatory. You can increase or rather reduce the building speed. You guys can increase how much you guys can gather in terms of resources. You guys can increase the production of your resource mines in your castle. So really helpful for just the overall development of your base and your account in general. Kind of the same thing though with the achievements here in the top left-hand corner. You guys can see this blue sphere here. It looks like a little gear underneath it. If you guys click on that, you guys are also going to have the ability to save pre-set up Lord skill allocations. So regardless of whatever you're doing, whether you need more skills focused on development and gathering if you're kind of in a down period, or if you're fighting, you guys can have more of a war-focused skill setup. So you guys can preset 3 of those to however you need to. Real quick though, this is going to be a big tip for you guys, and this is something that I got from another player that was extremely helpful. When you guys are allocating your points, make sure you put at least 11 points in development, because 11 points is going to get you to harvest. And this harvest, I'm going to show you guys in just a minute what it does, but this harvest is very, very helpful regardless of whatever stage you are in the game, whether you're a new player, seasoned player. The harvest feature here under the Lord skills is super fantastic. So you want to make sure you at least have 11 of these points to have harvest available. The reason that is harvest, it's going to give you 6 hours instantly worth of output from all of your resource buildings right away. And it's got a cooldown time, of course, but to be able to hit that basically twice a day, every single day, is super helpful. So let's jump out of here, and I want to show you guys how to actually activate these skills. And there's a bunch of different ones. It's not just harvest. There's a bunch of different ones, both in war and development, that you can actually activate. But I want to show you guys how to do that. So when you're back in your main castle view, you're going to see a Lord emblem or an icon, whatever you want to call it, here in the bottom, towards the bottom right-hand side of the screen. You're going to click on that, and that's going to show you guys all of these main Lord skills that you guys have actually unlocked and have accessible to you, and you guys can see the harvest one here. So we're going to click on harvest. This is again going to give us the 6 hours worth of output instantly, so we're going to go ahead and use that. And then you guys can see it's kind of dark here. Well, here we go. It popped up and it showed me all of the resources I just gathered instantly. So again, the fact that you can do that, hit that, and it's on a 12-hour cycle, so you can basically theoretically hit it twice a day, is very helpful. So again, make sure you get those 11 points to be able to have this harvest option, especially if you're a new player and trying to grow. All right, guys, that's going to wrap us up for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope more so than anything you found value out of it. This has helped me a lot. Thank you again to all the players that have been taking the time to help and teach me, and now I can pass that information on to you guys if you do decide to start playing War and Order. Just one more reminder, if you guys are interested in downloading and playing War and Order, or if you just want to check out and see if it's even something you're interested in, want to check out all of the official War and Order social media pages, the download links and the links to all of the social media pages are going to be in the description of the video. Thank you again to the team at War and Order for sponsoring today's video, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.